SUVs, the new modern rage of India. Now it has been capturing the compact SUV segment, the big SUVs, and now Tata has started to capture the hatchback segment as well. And with a punch, it is ready to capture the new hatchback segment with its micro SUV called the Tata Punch.
I mean, the micro SUV segment is something which has already been captured, like the Mahindra KV100, like the Nissan Magnite. So what's so special about this one?
You are absolutely right on that one. But I will actually tell you, this is a true micro SUV. Because if you remember the Tata HBX, which was displayed as a concept, Tata has stayed true to its design. And there are many other factors which will prove that it is a true micro SUV, which we are now going to see in this video. Now, starting with the design of this car. अगर आप इसका front end देखेंगे, then you will realize it resembles the Tata Harrier. For example, DRLs इधर है, उसके बॉटम में बम्पर्स पे हेडलैम्प्स प्लेस किए गए हैं, एंड एट द बॉटम मोस्ट पार्ट आर द फॉग लैम्प्स. सो इन अ वे वी कैन कॉल दिस एज अ बेबी हैरियर मे बी. नाउ मूविंग ऑन टू द साइड प्रोफाइल, आप इमीडिएटली एक चीज़ नोटिस करेंगे, इसकी हाइट. ये गाड़ी काफ़ी ज़्यादा टॉल है, दैट्स व्हाई इट गेट्स द SUV स्टांस. उसके बाद इसके व्हील आर्चेस देखेंगे, दे आर नॉट सर्कुलर, और जो अलॉयज़ है दे आर 16 इंच अलॉयज़. और वैसे साइड प्रोफाइल तो काफ़ी सिंपल है, अपार्ट फ्रॉम द हिडन डोर हैंडल एंड big plastic bottom cladding, so it gives you that taller effect more than you expect. Now moving on to the back of the car, which is again very plain and simple but yet attractive. For example, इसके boot तो काफ़ी clean है, just there are a couple of creases with Punch branding. लेकिन इसका rear bumper है, again it is very tall and again gives you that good SUV feel which is present in big cars.
Okay. So अभी आप शुरू करते हैं गाड़ी के अंदर से. First of all, as you notice, it is a breeze to come inside this car because of the 90-degree doors which open all the way, and also the commanding driving position. Also, the space inside the cabin, especially for the driver, is very, very comfortable. I mean, the way you can enter this car is just absolutely with ease. But one problem I've noticed, when you have the 90 degrees door open, अभी मुझे गाड़ी चलानी है, मुझे डोर बंद करना है, थोड़ी दिक्कत हो सकती है. Now let's come to the dashboard. The dashboard, the fit and finish is very good, but there are definitely a few hard plastics here and there, like the front part of the dashboard, the lower half, and there are subtle, very subtle design elements. Like for example, in middle we have this wood finish trim, which really looks very premium. Also in between we have this contrasting effect of this car, and if you notice very carefully, there is a design pattern which Tata has been following all across its cars. Now when you talk about the front view of this car, if you can just, when the driver is driving, there's a big commanding position because of the height of the car, as explained before, and also you can see the bonnet end to end. Okay, now coming on to the screens. Now there are two of them. First, starting on the dashboard, which is the 7-inch screen, very similar to the Altros, and it tells you the regular information like your driving information, the efficiency of the driving. It's called the gamification feature. You have Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. You can, of course, there is Bluetooth connectivity as well. If you look at the Zen mode, here you can choose the theme of the car. If you have a particular color theme which you desire to have within the car, you can also do that. You can play media, you can play your radio, music, the regular bits, and now we can also test the music system of the car. Now I believe there are 4 speakers here, 2 tweeters, so let's have a look at it. Looking for my dollar, looking for my dollar, tagging my daughter, my daughter, my daughter, tagging my daughter, my daughter, my daughter, looking for my dollar, looking for my dollar, tagging my daughter, my daughter, my daughter, tagging my daughter, my daughter, my daughter, looking for my dollar. One more thing I noticed is the glove box. Now what's so special about this? Ye glove box cooled hai. For this price segment, having a cool glove box, a very good deal. The second screen, the instrument cluster screen. Now this is also a very similar setup to the Altroz, where you have a digital unit and an analog unit which tells you the speedometer of the car. This is a very intuitive unit where you can see a very fun graphic of how much fuel is left in the car within a bucket. You have your regular city and eco mode options which are also displayed here. What gear you are in, the tachometer, and also the temperature meter of the car. So a very useful but a similar unit. We are all familiar with it, but it's never been bad, so where to complain. So moving on to the seats of the car. Now you can see the seats are very comfortable. These are fabric seats with stitching, as well as you can see this pattern on the seats as well, which is also followed through as a theme. When it comes to the comfort in the seat, first of all, very good lumbar support. Under thigh support is amazing for the driver, and even the side bolstering, when you're turning the car with heavy turns, it keeps you in place. So I think the seats are very comfortable on this car. Okay, so now we come to the rear of the car. Again, very comfortable. You can see that there is enough knee room. The under thigh support is decent, and headroom is also adequate for my height, at least. I mean, I am 5 feet 10, and I think it's good enough. For people above 6 feet or 6 feet tall would be a little bit of a struggle, but not much we can complain about. A blaring omission I noticed in the back seat is that there is no rear light, and I tried to find it anywhere and I couldn't. So that's there. Talking about the door, now the door also has these white accents which complement the exterior of the car, and also speakers, as you can see, and the doors of the back also open 90 degrees, so coming in and out is again a breeze. Okay, now let's go to the boots of the car, and the boot of the car, as you can see, is quite decent. I think it's around 366 liters, and which is quite decent for the car of this segment. If you look at the loading lip, although it's called as a micro SUV, the loading lip is also quite decent. So picking up luggage, putting it in the back is also pretty easy to do.
Okay, so guys, now we are on the move finally. गाड़ी चलाने वाले हैं अराउंड 40 to 50 किलोमीटर्स, एंड आपको इसका रिव्यू देने वाले हैं और रादर एन ओवरव्यू कैसा ओवरऑल फील है ये गाड़ी चलाने में. और एज आई सेड, ये 40 किलोमीटर्स की ड्राइव रहेगी. वी हैव एन AMT कार विद अस, सो लेट्स सी हाउ इट गोज, राइट? सो विराज, व्हाट डू वी हैव फर्स्ट?
So first,
NVH levels.
we are going to talk about the NVH. Now, today cars are getting more refined. Competitors are having more refined engines, and Tata has to live up to the mark when it comes to NVH. Now,
right. Now in the history, Tata was not really great with NVH.
That's exactly
okay.
Right.
So I had a Tata Indica. It was a petrol car. It was a good car, but diesel not very good. But
and
so
today I have a Kia Seltos, and Seltos' engine refinement is top notch.
Right.
So I think we can actually really compare how this engine stands out.
Though Seltos is not a direct competitor, but
of course not. But we can talk about the refinement.
Some comparison, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I will tell you. So this is a 3-cylinder motor, 1.2 liter, producing 86 bhp.
Right.
Not bad. Okay. It's not a turbocharged motor, naturally aspirated, 113 Newton meters of torque. But for some reason, this engine is tuned very well. So I would like to tell to the audience and Viraj, गाड़ी में 2 मोड्स हैं, इको एंड सिटी. ठीक है, अब मैं इको मोड में चला रहा हूँ गाड़ी. तो यूजुअली एज पर माई एक्सपीरियंस, इको मोड में गाड़ी में जर्क्स वगैरह फील होते हैं, बिकॉज द ECU गोज इनटू द मैप, एंगेजिंग मोर फ्यूल इकोनॉमी. लेकिन इसका इको मोड काफ़ी ज़्यादा स्मूथ है. इजीली, मतलब सिटी मोड में भी इको मोड चल सकता है.
Usually I've heard a complaint that when you put the car in eco mode, it's basically to save on fuel. You
right.
are going on a little more fuel efficient way.
Right.
But what do you think? Does it make the car a little bit sluggish?
मुझे तो बिल्कुल स्लगिश नहीं लग रही है. ठीक है, और आपको बताता हूँ मैं, वैसा वी हैव बीन फ्लोरिंग द कार, ब्रेकिंग, एक्सेलरेटिंग अगेन एंड अगेन, बट राइट नाउ इन MID it showing me around 13 kilometers to the liter, which is not
Which
bad
is
at all.
Respectable.
It is respectable, and it is not a small car. It is rather a big car.
Very big car.
It is,
I mean,
it is a heavy car.
It's a heavy car, and yeah, it really is. I mean, I was expecting in the brochures it looks small, but when I saw it in the flesh, this car
There's
is
a lot
actually
of difference. There is a
big
lot of difference. And ये look क्यों आता है पता है विराज? Because of the paint quality and everything.
Yes.
Paint quality से गाड़ी के looks पे बहुत ज़्यादा फर्क पड़ता है, which nobody mentions for some reason. I don't know. So eco mode में तो मुझे बिल्कुल कोई दिक्कत नहीं लगती है गाड़ी चलाने में. City mode में obviously the ECU map again changes and थोड़ा brisk performance आपको offer किया जाता है by the ECU.
Right.
And it for example for the city, when you are for example stopping at a traffic light, even in eco mode, when you just floor the throttle, you can actually get away from everyone.
That's true.
And I think that's what you need
But-
in a city car.
But अभी आपने इको और सिटी
City
मोड
mode.
में भी चलाई. सिटी मोड में आपको क्या लगता है? जर्कीनेस फीलिंग है?
इको मोड में तो जर्कीनेस फीलिंग ही नहीं है, तो सिटी मोड में भी नेचुरली जर्कीनेस फील ही नहीं है. एकदम क्लीन लीनियर पावर डिलीवरी है, कोई एक्साइटमेंट नहीं है ऐसा, लेकिन द इंजन साउंड्स नाइस.
It does the job.
Yeah, it does the job. It's a 3-cylinder motor, small motor, but Tata has come a long way, is what I think.
Very true.
But I can actually say that it can still be a little bit better. Not with respect to competition. Individually मैं बोल रहा हूँ, it can be better is what I feel, because Tata has a lot of potential and they should use that extra 1% of remaining potential as
In
well.
fact, they should learn from the competitors itself.
Actually,
I mean, they are already good.
right.
उनको खाली कुछ माइनर चीजें हैं जो उनको completely upgrade करना है, and I think they will be again at the top of the food chain.
Correct. You're absolutely right. तो सिटी मोड में थोड़ा एवरेज फ्यूल कंजम्पशन फिगर्स थोड़े ड्रॉप हो सकते हैं, एंड बट आई थिंक मतलब अगर आप सिटी में चला रहे हो तो पूरा आप इको मोड पे गाड़ी इजीली चला सकते हो. मुझे तो ऐसी ज़रूरत नहीं लगती कि सिटी मोड में चलाने की ज़रूरत है. अभी मैं इको मोड में हूँ एंड आई एम कीपिंग अप विद द ट्रैफिक इजीली, एंड आई थिंक दैट इज़ द बेस्ट पार्ट, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, even for the passenger, when you say eco or city, the car really seems, it doesn't seem jerky for the passenger either.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
the passenger is sitting comfortably, I'm sitting comfortably.
Yes.
And I don't even feel any kind of drag within the car.
No.
So, it's pretty good, very, very well engineered.
Very well calibrated. But yes, it's a AMT transmission, so you get that head not feeling when you floor it. When it shifts from first to second, it's like that's what happens. But I think it's a part of AMT, because the convenience it gives you, I think you can bear with the head.
I don't think that would create a lot of problem. थोड़ा अगर notice किया तो notice कर सकते हैं आप, but अगर इतना if you just overlook this part, तो it doesn't make a big problem to you.
Absolutely, for a sedan driver, it does the job.
Exactly.
For example, the low end torque, it's better than I expected. The car moves freely without any hiccups.
Yeah.
In spite of being an AMT, I think because of AMT, it manages well.
Yeah.
Okay. There are some vibrations. Actually, these are not engine vibrations. These are body vibrations. Which
Yeah, in fact, I can actually hear the vibrations coming from the right side.
Right.
Just a minor one. Maybe you can get used to it. Just goes off, fades away later on.
Right.
And when you spoke about the low end torque, I mean, of course, at that point, the car does keep silent.
Yes, absolutely.
It is in city. You won't really hear the engine unless you rev it hard and fast.
Right.
This car is pretty refined.
Right. Actually. In fact, the noise levels are quite acceptable for this class.
Very true.
And talking about harshness, the engine is not very harsh. Okay, so when you are at the top of the rev range, it pulls rather cleanly. Obviously, it's not Japanese clean, लेकिन काफी अच्छा है. मतलब मैंने इतना एक्सपेक्ट नहीं किया था. और compared to Tata Tiago, the 1.2 liter engine, same engine is used in this car.
Right.
लेकिन इसकी पुल बहुत ही क्लीन है और लीनियर पावर डिलीवरी है.
Linear power delivery, not much of hiccups, and I think overall it is really setting a benchmark, especially in this segment, which is very new.
Exactly.
People who are going to purchase this car would, may not care about these things, but I'll tell you, this really gives a premium feel when you sit in the car itself.
Exactly.
With the whole engine refinement in the city, I think it's a good deal.
करेक्ट इसकी बिल्ड क्वालिटी भी मुझे काफी फाइन लगती है.
Exactly. I like I mentioned, the quality, the fit finish is pretty good. I know cost cutting करना पड़ता है इधर उधर for making the car in a very competitive price range.
But in this car, cost cutting is not evident.
It's not at all evident. Not at all evident. In fact, they have stayed true to their gene of making very good build quality cars.
Yet cost effective.
Yes, yet cost effective and subtle finishes here and there, which really add to the premium appeal.
For example, the blue AC vents.
The blue accents on the AC vents.
Correct.
The leather wrap steering wheel, which really looks premium. In fact, the steering wheel itself is taken from the Altroz.
It's a flat bottom steering wheel.
It's a flat bottom and taken from the Altroz, and it really looks nice. I mean, it is, in comparison to those big cars out there, I mean, it really sets a good standard.
In fact, you know what? मुझे ऐसा लगता है ये segment के लिए थोड़ा ज़्यादा ही premium हो गया.
True that.
But not bad. It adds to the driving feel.
Yes.
Okay.
And when you look about it, I mean, now the contrasting white color effect really makes sense because it adds a little more spaciousness in the car.
Right. Absolutely. So there is it's discontinuation of the same black interior color.
Very true.
Now talking about narrow streets, तो ये गाड़ी के dimensions तो बड़े हैं ही compared to a hatchback. But you know Viraj, it's quite easy to drive because इसकी जो driving position है ना, वो बहुत commanding है. मतलब मुझे गाड़ी का बोनेट दिख रहा है.
Wow. I mean,
आपको भी दिख रहा है शायद.
मुझे भी दिख रहा है और that's a very good sign that for a car of this length and width.
Right.
I mean, looking at making sure that you have the corners within your view.
Right.
Is very important, and that's what the car body is really doing. I mean, it's really good that you can actually get an overall view of the car properly.
Yes.
Narrow ऐसे, I mean, बाहर से बड़ी लगती है, but again, based on what I'm looking at now, your judgment of the car is again, it doesn't go wrong because of the commanding position.
Right.
फिर narrow streets में इतना problem नहीं होता. थोड़ा squeeze होता है कभी-कभी, but I think that happens. That's manageable. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको हर बार गाड़ी चलाते वक्त you have to be scared.
So guys, अभी ये है मेरे पास मैनुअल ट्रांसमिशन कार. तो मैंने भी ये थोड़े किलोमीटर्स चलाई, अराउंड 10 to 15 किलोमीटर्स. तो ऑब्वियसली इट इज़ वेरी सिमिलर टू द AMT कार. तो इसमें डिफरेंस खाली यही है कि विद द मैनुअल ट्रांसमिशन यू हैव better control over the car. You can actually feel what the engine gearbox is doing. But since this is a non-turbo engine, the power delivery with the manual transmission, that is something else. And that's why it is very weird, but even though I'm a fan of manual cars more than AMT cars, but this one I enjoyed the AMT car more than the manual. That's what I wanted to share with you guys. तो AMT के बाद मैंने चलाई मैनुअल ट्रांसमिशन कार फॉर अराउंड 16 to 20 किलोमीटर्स. तो मुझे डिफरेंस खाली यही लगे कि इन द मैनुअल ऑफ कोर्स यू हैव बेटर कंट्रोल ओवर द कार. यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट द इंजन एंड ट्रांसमिशन इज डूइंग. एंड इसकी क्लच की जो ट्रैवल है वो दैट इज वेरी शॉर्ट. इट इज बिट ऑन द हेवियर साइड. इवन द गियर बॉक्स इज ऑन द हेवियर साइड. सिटी में थोड़ा सा आपको हैवी लग सकता है, बट ट्रस्ट मी, इफ यू लाइक गोइंग ऑन द हाईवेज देन दिस विल कम एज अ ब्लेसिंग ऑल टुगेदर. नाउ दो द AMT transmission cars are not very, it's not a very sophisticated technology of transmission, but I will honestly tell you, for some reason which even I can't explain, I enjoyed the AMT experience more than the manual one. Because yes, you get more performance in the manual car, but the sheer convenience the AMT offers is rather unmatched. So I have been driving for the past almost 4 to 5 hours, but I'm not even tired, even in the AMT or in the manual car. The car is very comfortable and I'm actually enjoying it. And this is a big step up for Tata, and I think this can be a new segment leader, if I may use that word. Now since Tata calls this a micro SUV, Tata Motors ने एक off-roading course setup किया था so that the people can understand what this car is really capable of. तो कोर्स की शुरुआत हुई एक स्टीप इंक्लाइन से which was filled with rocks and the punch easily managed it. कोई अंडर पावर्ड नहीं लगी गाड़ी and the car was also gripping well. And because of the 15-inch wheels, the car also maintains a nice off-roading stance as well. Now getting over a steep slope or coming down over a steep slope ये टाटा पंच के लिए बिल्कुल भी प्रॉब्लमेटिक नहीं है, क्योंकि दिस इज अ ट्रू एसयूवी, इसलिए इसका अप्रोच एंगल है 20.3 डिग्रीज, डिपार्चर एंगल है 37.6 डिग्रीज एंड द रैम्प ओवर एंगल इज 22.2 डिग्रीज, मेकिंग इट अ वेरी केपेबल व्हीकल इवन व्हेन वन व्हील इज ऑफ द ग्राउंड. नाउ द नेक्स्ट पार्ट इज द एक्सल ट्विस्टर, जिसमें पहले मड से निकालने के लिए आपको बहुत ज़्यादा मोमेंटम लगता है, लेकिन उसके बाद एक्सल की टेस्टिंग के लिए देयर वर वेरी बिग पॉट होल्स. सफिशिएंट मोमेंटम ना होने के कारण गाड़ी निकलने में थोड़ी सी दिक्कत हो गई, बट द कार डिडंट गेट स्टक एंड इट केम आउट ऑन इट्स ओन इन द सेकंड अटेम्प्ट इटसेल्फ. और देखिए कैसे हेवी बोल्डर्स लिटरली 3 सेकंड में कवर कर दिए. नाउ लास्ट बट नॉट द लीस्ट इज द ट्रैक्शन प्रो मोड, व्हिच इज अवेलेबल ओनली विद AMT वेरिएंट्स एंड इट इज डिजाइन्ड फॉर हिली एंड आईसी सिचुएशंस. तो ये मोड में होता क्या है, जब आपकी गाड़ी अटक जाती है आईसी सिचुएशंस में, तब आपको स्क्रीन पे एक प्रॉम्प्ट नजर आएगा जिसमें वो बोलेंगे कि आपको ट्रैक्शन प्रो मोड ऑन करना है कि नहीं. तो ऑन करने के बाद आपको ब्रेक और एक्सेलरेटर साइमल्टेनियसली दबाना है. उसके बाद आपको एक कंट्रोल फैशन में फ्रंट व्हील्स में पावर पहुंच जाएगी और इजीली आप उस सिचुएशन से बाहर निकल सकोगे.
So हमने अभी ये टाटा पंच चलाई, we have driven it, we have tested it, tested the interiors, the quality. Saurabh, what do you think? How is this SUV?
I think it lives up to its name, the Tata Punch. It will definitely give a punch to the market. Now this is a first drive as said by Tata Motors, but I think it was a fairly detailed drive and we drove in all kinds of roads, for example bad roads, traffic jams, we even did an off-roading course as a passenger, and I think it is a very good car. Yes, there are a few shortcomings, but a turbo variant should be added is what I feel, but overall I think it's a very good car, very well packaged, and the comfort levels and the ride quality and the steering feel and the road composure is fantastic and there is no match for it.
Agreed. So I think Tata has given a new roadmap for us to actually believe in, surprise us with new products of theirs, and they have come a long way from being what they were before and what they are now.
So guys, this was our first drive with the Tata Punch. Do let us know in the comment section what do you feel about the Tata Punch, and do let me know by hitting the like button that how much you like the video. Thank you for watching, stay safe and take care.